Hey guys, Metal Driver 89 here, bringing you another WWE Elite review, and this time I'm going to be taking a look at the WWE Elite Walmart exclusive The Rock action figure. Taking a look at the sides of the box, you see an image of The Rock on one side, and on the other side you see his name. Looking at the back of the box, you see the TrueFX logo, an image of The Rock, stats, career highlights, and a description of this figure. The description states, "The People's Champ takes opponents down to the corner of Jabroni Drive and Know Your Role Boulevard until they reach the SmackDown Hotel." Career highlights include WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, and World Tag Team Champion. Stats include from Miami, Florida, weight of 260 pounds, height 6 feet 5 inches, and the finisher, the Rock Bottom. Alright, now that we've taken a look at the box, we can go ahead and open up The Rock and take a closer look at him. Alright, now that we have The Rock out of the packaging, we can take a closer look at the figure, but first, let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. So looking at the accessories that he comes with two fisted hands, two open palm hands, perfect for doing his Just Bring It taunt, along with a microphone that's actually a SmackDown microphone, which looks really awesome. So it's not often that we see a SmackDown microphone, especially one from the Attitude Era. In fact, I don't know if we've ever gotten one to begin with. This could be the first one. If we have received one of these before, why don't you let me know in the comments? I would love to know that. Now, those aren't the only pieces of accessories that he comes with. He also has this really cool Layeth the Smackdown t-shirt, which is nice. It's got a Velcro on the back, so it can come off, and I'll show that later. He also has a pair of sunglasses. So, for those of you who've been collecting WWE Elite figures for a long time, you might be wondering, hey, this looks familiar. Well, in fact, we have received this figure, or at least a similar version of this figure, many, many years ago. So here's the WWE Legends Series 3 Rock action figure. As you can see, he has the exact same shirt and sunglasses. The biggest difference notice looking at it right away is just the quality of the shirt. This one looks really tattered, beat up, faded, whereas this one looks really clean, nice and tight. It looks like it's made from a higher quality cloth. Now, this Rock figure, I don't have him displayed. I don't play with him. I just occasionally might take a picture or two. He's really stored away in storage, so to see that this cloth has not stood the test of time, or that Mattel used a lower quality cloth, you can really tell the difference between the two, whereas this one, it's much better quality. And then looking at the sunglasses, they're pretty much the same. The other similarity between the two Rock action figures are also come in the attire. Both have the golden logo on the Rock's trunks. You can also see that in the back. So essentially, this new Walmart exclusive Rock is an updated version of the Legends Series 3 Rock that we received many years ago. Taking a look at the head sculpt that we have with this Rock action figure, it looks absolutely amazing. Now, this isn't the first time we've gotten this head sculpt. In fact, we've received this one several times before. Here's a previous Elite Rock. So it's essentially the exact same head sculpt. In fact, even Series 3 Legend Rock has the same head sculpt. The biggest difference with these head sculpts is that the new one utilizes the TrueFX digital scan, the printing that they use to make the head look more realistic. So it does look way better than the previous Rock figure. So again, looking at a previous Elite Rock action figure, so you can see that the new one looks really detailed, looks much more realistic than the previous one. The other big difference is that they actually gave this Rock head sculpt sideburns, which the previous one did not have sideburns. So I love that they've given this Rock action figure long sideburns. That's really what I think about when I think about Attitude Era Rock. Now, we have received long sideburns before with other Rock action figures. Seeing here with the previous Legends Rock from an Attitude Era, he's got the long sideburns, but again, the head sculpt just does not look that great. It's very outdated, whereas this one, that sculpt looks fantastic, especially using the digital printing. You can even see a little bit of stubble around his face, so there's some shadowing there. It looks really good. The eyes look fantastic. The eyebrows look perfect. So I absolutely love this head scan. Very nice. It looks amazing. Alright, looking at the rest of the figure. So as you can see, it's basically his Attitude Era attire. He's wearing his t-shirt. The t-shirt does not hinder articulation, so you see he crunches down fully, goes all the way back, which is nice. And the t-shirt's pretty easy to take off. We've seen these kind of shirts be released many times, so it's got a Velcro on the back. You just unzip that, unsnap it, unvelcro it. Then you go ahead, slide this off. Now it is tight, so you might want to be careful when taking these off so you don't rip anything. As I can already see on mine, I have it snugged in the bicep. Alright, then we've got the elbow pads. So it might get stuck on there, because again, these shirts are pretty tight, but at least they fit very nicely on the Rock. Alright, now we have the rest of the body, which looks really good. Now, if I want to be that guy who's always harping over accuracy, now this design here, mainly from the front, this is more in line with his late 2000 all the way up to 2002 era. So during that time, he didn't have these long sideburns, so it would have been nice to have maybe his 1999 logo, so something like we received with this Rock action figure. So this logo goes with the long sideburns. So when he had this logo on, his sideburns were a lot shorter, but again, it's not that big of a deal. I'm just being OCD with that. The rest of the body looks fantastic. Again, there's no paint details because it's just his body, but that's typical with an Elite figure. Let's look at the Brahma Bull. Turned out pretty well. Nothing to complain there. And even the paint on the logo looks very nice and crisp, clean, no bleeding. Really good looking Rock action figure. Love how this turned out. The other hands that he comes with are two gripped hands, so this is perfect for holding his microphone. So you can see here, the SmackDown mic fits perfectly in his right hand. So that looks really good, perfect for when he wants to talk trash on the mic. Alright, let's go ahead and put that on the other hand, see how that looks. See if it fits there. So this one looks like you might want to heat up the hand a little bit if you wanted to put it on this left hand. It is possible, but this one's a little tighter, as you can see with the right hand. That one's a little wider in its grip. So, maybe if I could just... No, I'm not going to force it. Alright, so if I wanted to do that, I'll just heat up the hand. So, I am going to go ahead and put one of his open hands on this right one, just to see how that looks. So that snapped off pretty easily. Put this one on. There we go. So this looks really great. Perfect for when you want to display him telling an opponent to just bring it. That looks really good. Again, if it seems like I'm fawning over this action figure, that's because I am. I love how this turned out. I love the accessories. I love the Attitude Era Rock. Rock is actually one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So this looks really good. Let's put his hand back on there. So why don't we go ahead and check out the articulation on the Rock figure. Now it's pretty much going to be the same as every other Elite figure, but let's see how the range of motion is on this head sculpt. So he can look this high up, that far down, which isn't too long of a range of motion, too big of a range. So he can go side to side. He can tilt his head like that. It's good for showing off some attitude. His shoulders are on a swivel, so it goes all the way around. There is a hinge at the side which allows it to go that high up. He has a bicep curl. There is a double jointed elbow there, so if we pull the elbow pad down, yeah, you see that there's that single joint which bends at 90 degrees. It'll probably bend a little less. Actually, no, it bends pretty well, almost 90 with the elbow pad on. The wrists are on a swivel, and there is a hinge that goes up and down. As we saw earlier with the shirt, he does have an ab crunch, which allows him to go that far down, that far back. He's got a waist swivel. The hips are on a ball joint, which allows him to go that far out, that high up. There is a thigh cut. He has double jointed knees. The ankles are on a hinge, so he goes that far down, a little farther, yep. And that high up. Alright, and here are the two Rock action figures side by side. So here's the Walmart exclusive, and this is the WWE Legends Series 3. So as you can see, they're almost identical, but this one is upgraded. So this is the updated version of this Rock action figure. Same shirt, same sunglasses, even same trunk designs. But as you can tell, the one on the left, the Walmart exclusive, is much better looking than the original. Alright, and here's another comparison with the new Rock, side by side with my other Attitude Era Rock action figures. So here are the two defining moments Rocks with swapped heads. This one, as you can see, I painted the gold silver to match with his corporate look, his corporate era look back in '99. You got the original Rock with the gold trim, which is what this one is based off, and then here you have a Rock that was released not too long ago with the silver logo. Now this one technically isn't really an Attitude Era Rock. I remember the back of the box saying that this is supposed to be his '98 look. It's not. It actually is more in line with his late 2001, early 2002 look. So what are my thoughts on this Walmart exclusive Rock action figure? If you can't already tell from my video, I absolutely love this figure. Rock is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. This era of the Rock is one of my favorite eras. Back in the Attitude Era, 99, 2000-ish. I love this look. I love the accessories. It's essentially the updated version of a previous Rock action figure that we received, which was a good Rock, but this one is much better. In fact, in my opinion, I do believe that this is the best Rock action figure that Mattel has produced. I think the head sculpt looks fantastic. Even though it's a head sculpt that we have received before, the TrueFX digital printing really makes the head sculpt look much better. I think what Mattel is doing with the TrueFX printing is phenomenal. It makes the head sculpt look way better. I love that they added sideburns. That's a nice touch that they gave him, along with interchangeable hands. He's got the SmackDown microphone, and then the hands that he comes with are hands that are great for The Rock. Gripping hands, weapons, microphones, fists for laying the SmackDown, and open hand to tell opponents to just bring it. Now, if I have only one complaint, which I do, it's not really on the figure, but it's more on the distribution of the figure. Me personally, and I'm going to rant a little bit now, I hate store exclusives, especially when it comes with WWE figures. I hate Walmart exclusives, I hate Target exclusives. So if anyone who works at Mattel or has any connections there watching this, please, can we stop with the store exclusive figures? Ringside exclusives are fine because I can actually buy it, I can pre-order it online. When it's a store exclusive figure, it's harder to get my hands on that because I really don't have the time to be hunting for figures. I work a lot of hours, I've got a family, I don't really have time to be doing that. So then when I do try to do that, I end up wasting a lot of gas, I miss out on the figure, and in my area, they don't really stock figures that well. So when they do eventually stock them, I go out there and typically scalpers get them before I do, which sucks. So again, that's really the only gripe I have about it, that it's a store exclusive. Me personally, I would have preferred it if it was available in all stores. So whether you have a Target, Walmart, Walgreens, or if you're lucky enough to have a Toys R Us in your area, it would be awesome if this was in all of those stores. But other than that, I think it's a great figure. It's definitely the best Rock action figure out there. So if you're a fan of The Rock, if you're a fan of the Attitude Era, don't miss out on this figure. In fact, if you're not even that big of a fan of that era or The Rock, this is the Rock action figure to have in your collection. Pick it up. Don't miss out on it. If you like this review, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more WWE Elite reviews, go ahead and subscribe. That'll help out this channel. As always, stay tuned till the end to see pictures of this figure in action, and I'll see you next time.
Do you smell what The Rock is cooking?